Among the millions of games on Steam, none have brought me as much fun as Team Fortress 2 and Risk of Rain 2. Both games are extremely fast-paced with an immense amount of replayability attached to them, making each game memorable in some way. Risk of Rain 2 has had its share of Team Fortress 2 for a while now thanks to mods that allow you to play as a mercenary such as Soldier, but Team Fortress has been lacking any love. Until now. Risk Fortress 2 is a brand new game mode that perfectly blends the two games to create a truly unique experience. For those who've never borrowed to play Risk of Rain before, shame on you. The basic bare bones of that game are that you're a war criminal out to genocide an entire planet, moon, and cosmic space prison filled with alien life.
Only man is made in God's image.
You massacre these monsters by purchasing crates which contain a variety of items to help you on your quest to purify the planet. Some items increase how fast you can shoot, others how fast you move, and eventually you go from this to this. Once you're done looting the level, it's time to go to the next one, which is done by activating the teleporter. You need to stay within the teleporter's radius to charge it and kill the teleporter boss to move on to the next stage. The game may start off simple, but it soon spirals into an actual seizure. Risk Fortress 2 follows that same formula. Kill robots, purchase crates which contain hats that help you in your robot rampage, activate the teleporter, kill the boss, and move on to the next stage. Risk Fortress currently has 72 items, 6 item qualities, 7 maps, and 8 interactable objects that can spawn in. It's also playable with up to 8 people on the red team, with everyone else replacing the robot sound blue, making it PvP from PvE. This video plans to guide you and your gun through the robo-genocide, inform you on what items do, what classes have been changed, and quite the quick look at me playing and enjoying the actual game mode. For a class to do well in Risk Fortress, I find they have to excel in one of 3 main categories. Crowd control, how easily they can clear groups, single targets, how easily they can beat up bosses, and mobility. You can shoot them, but they can also very easily shoot at you. It's important to mention though that although some classes may start off stronger than others in some parts, items very quickly invalidate any true weaknesses a class has, roiding them out for a robot rampage. Scout's high movement allows him to avoid taking excessive damage in the early game, in addition to scouting out the levels for crates and items faster too. The scattergun and pistol are great at taking out solo targets, but struggle with crowds of circuits. Mad Milk and the Phantom War though can be used to create some early game survivability if you're really struggling. Soldier is Soldier. High mobility thanks to rockets, good solo damage thanks to rockets, and of course, great crowd control thanks to rockets. I highly recommend starting with Soldier for a first time go at this game. Banners can work for some interesting item combos or early game support, but tend to drop off pretty fast. Pyro's playstyle is very similar to Acrid's. Both have access to decently strong long range options, damage over time effects, and close range crowd control. Air Blast makes for an extremely good defensive and offensive tool in later rounds as well. Flare guns are the go-to gun though, giving Pyro extended range and softening up scorching robots to be finished off with the flamethrower. Demo is essentially Soldier if he was on crack, having even greater mobility, better crowd control, and a higher solo damage potential. The downside is slight setup time and reduced range however. Demo Knight, on the other hand, trades off that crowd control with increased solo damage. It can work, but it's like living in an iron lung. It's a very painful existence that I'd only wish on my enemies. A big gun means big damage, great for dealing with crowds or bosses. Just don't get in over your head as Heavy's mobility or lack thereof makes getting out of sticky situations kinda shit. You often do get breathing room to afford eating a sandwich, government mandated lunch breaks and all that, and they're great for supporting teammates in a pinch too. Engineer is just Engineer. It's a near 1-to-1. Both play sentries that inherit their items to help deal with crowds and bosses, but have absolutely abysmal movement speed that even snails laugh at. I recommend starting your run off with the Gunslinger, and then switching to the Jag when the difficulty starts ramping up. You'll have enough items by that point to really feel the impact sentries can have and carry you for your entire run. Medic is a bit of an odd choice since he's exclusively a support-based class that only really exists to further boost others. I mean, arguably he can drive off dozens of enemies, syringe guns do deal decent damage and fire up fast enough, but you feel better off playing a class like Heavy in that case. Mediguns are all still super strong though, even when they've been slightly nerfed at the start. There are still several items that can make them even stronger though. Of course, you still need a teammate to make them work though. Going medic and going melee do work hand in hand very well though, especially with the Uber Saw and switching to and from your medigun. Sniper excels in dealing with bosses, but is easily swarmed by the horde like it's a plasma TV on Black Friday. Some items and buffs really do help Sniper out, especially with his crowd control mobility, but getting that ball rolling is a really rough thing to do. It's only made worse by how easy it is to be flinching around and missing headshots constantly. I don't recommend the Huntsman as a collision box for robots is as funky as the 70s, but Girardi, the SMG, and the Cozy Camper are all decently solid secondary choices. Spy just doesn't work when playing solo like the other support classes. Bots just instantly know where you are, even if you're disguised, making backstabs nearly impossible to pull off. With teammates, however, Spy works extremely well in harassing crowds of robots and dealing massive damage to bosses with backstabs. Since this is technically MVM still, the Sapper can be used on the robots, causing them to be slowed down. Dealt damage over time, which also heals Spy and affects other nearby robots with that cracked free Minecraft download virus you have. The item qualities mimic Risk of Rain's fairly well with just a slight TF2 twist. Normal items are common, typically outlined in white. Genuine items are uncommon, outlined in green. Unusual items are the rarest, being legendaries, and are outlined in purple. Strange items act differently though. Instead of being passive bonuses, they are an active ability used when pressing R, identical to equipment items in Risk with the same orange outline. Haunted items are outlined in cyan and act similar to lunar items from Risk. They can only drop from special crates with a special key that rarely drops from killing an enemy. Haunted items carry extremely powerful upsides, but at an immense cost. And then finally, there are collector items. These arguably are the stand-ins for boss items from Risk of Rain, but instead of being tied to a boss, they're tied to a class. Each class has at least 2 unique collector items that only work for them, greatly buffing a stat unique to them too. There are a couple of crates that you can come across, each has its own price and drops different from the rest. The most common one being the small crate. These have a base cost of $50, have an 80% chance to drop a normal item, a 19% chance for a genuine, and a 1% chance for an unusual. Large crates are identical in appearance to their smaller ones but cost twice as much. They have an 85% chance of dropping a genuine item and a 15% chance for an unusual. They cannot drop normal items in any scenario. Green crates cost the same as large ones but only drop collector items. Depending on the class, these crates are the most coveted ones to collect. Orange barrels have a starting cost of $75 and are guaranteed to contain a strange equipment item, just like their Risk counterpart. Haunted crates are easily the rarest crates to spawn in, not only to just find but also to open. Once again, the only way to open them is by having a haunted key, which has a 1 out of 135 chance of dropping from a killed enemy. 2 other interactable items can spawn in during a run though, the Scrapper and the Printer. Scrappers destroy hats and items but turns them into metal. Normal items become scrap metal, genuine items become reclaimed, and unusual items become refined metal. Haunted items come back into haunted keys, and collector items can simply be swapped out for the class that you're playing as. If you ever pick up an item you don't think you need, highly recommend scrapping it. Printers are these tables with an item displayed on top of them. Typically they'll take a random item of the same quality to produce the one shown on the table, however, if you have any metal on you, they prioritize taking that first. So instead of gambling away all your good items, you can expertly get rid of the garbage ones for better ones. You'll eventually learn what items do the more you play the game, and you can make some pretty educated guesses for what something does if you ever played Risk of Rain before, but it's still quite rather complicated and there's a lot of items to take in. So I highly suggest joining the Discord if you have any questions about items and what they do. Especially since this game mode gets updated so frequently, by the time this video comes out, it's probably already been outdated, with new items, new maps, and definitely new balance changes. It'll be quite interesting to see where the game mode actually goes. Now with explanations out of the way, how does the average Risk Fortress 2 run actually go?
Oh, he's getting melted.
There you go.
We're too good. We're better.
Actually, are you ready to fight the actual boss now?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Should I be scared?
Not ready?
Oh, you should be.
You should be quivering in your boots right now.
Oh, shit. Giant Sandman Scout.
Help me.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Lamau.
Oh, good. It hit the saw. What the fuck?
Easy.
Is it normally on Sawmill? That's like life hack.
This is always stage 1. This is always stage 1.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
This is always the first level. Are you good to go? You ready? You ready to leave?
I'm ready.
Let's get out of here.
Go to the store to buy candy bar. Is that a fucking Risk of Rain reference? Holy shit.
What? Why, yes. Yes, it is. I got my famous wrench, too.
Oh, no.
Forge!
Yahoo!
Forge, my turn. You're barking up the wrong tree, pal.
Awesome.
Some kind of wise guy.
Hey, listen up, newsflash, pal.
Newsflash, buddy. Hope you're ready for a knuckle sandwich.
I'm broke.
Okay, I'll open it up for you. The night I'm broke too. Damn, wow. The economy is in shambles.
I hate being poor.
Let me kill this guy.
Fucking Biden's Risk of Rain run, bro.
Let's get this one.
Like,
I got a party
Biden's
at.
America.
You ever get bullied in school?
Did I? Did we?
Yeah, did you? You
Uh,
come across the
I
very
don't think
easily
so.
bullied type.
that's fucked up. What is that? Why is that?
That's
Bully
a-
me right now.
yeah.
Tell me why you think I'd be
You
bullied.
know why.
There was someone in my grade who got scalped by bullies. They scalped him.
What?
Tomahawk. Right in the... They scalped him right in the
Scalp
hallway.
him right there.
The tomahawk, yeah, it was
Yeah.
brutal. I don't know why
Damn.
they did that.
I'm broke.
I'm not.
Get away from.
You don't have the gems to buy that.
When you're a little
richer.
I would love that.
I just started tweet ravioli.
You just tweeted right now.
He tweeted the thumbnail.
I love dorkly content so much, dude.
Dorkly humor.
Dorkly humor, bro. Bringing it back.
Ooh, 2003, year of the gamer.
Oh my god, the Lego Star Wars just came out. Woohoo!
Yeah. Another
Remember
win for
that.
gamer.
Lego Star Wars! Another one for the gamer!
And that, my friends, is the glory of this brand new game mode, Risk Fortress 2, created by Cookie Cat. You can tell this is a passion project from the amount of care and detail each and every item and stage has been put through. With constant updates adding new items, stages, enemies, and interactables, who knows what this game mode will look like in the future. If you want to play this game for yourself, something I highly recommend, the server IP is in the description below. And if you want to keep tabs on the progress or have additional questions, the Discord link for Risk Fortress is also down there alongside my own personal Discord, Patreon, and whatnot, so feel free to join those as well.